And here we are. Welcome everybody to the afternoon show. Welcome to 3 o'clock in the afternoon Eastern time, where Bruce's hair is just a mess. How you doing? It's the final hour of trading. It's April the 12th, Tuesday. We are only open until Thursday this week. We have 2 more days, and we're shut down because Friday is Easter Friday. So welcome to the final hour of trading. We're watching these markets. The dead cat bounce factor or theory seems to be happening. We were up 350 points this morning on the Dow Jones Industrial. We are down 50 right now, or 40 odd points. We've given up all that gain and in negative territory at the moment. We'll see how it all kind of works out. But that all that momentum disappeared. The S&P 500, it's down 10 points. NASDAQ is down 35 points. It was up over 200. Complete reversal. The only thing that's higher, 2 things. Gold is up $20 an ounce. Oil is up $6 a barrel to $100.55. And that might be a bit much today, but that's what it's doing. What a day. We're down 50 on the Dow, and we were up 350 earlier. So that's a reversal. Right here, on other stocks we're following, Sextera is up 19 cents to $12.84. We got Rocket Lab holding a gain, up 37 cents, $8.20 a share. Rocket Lab this morning started the day at about $7.96, went right over $8, and it's been there all day. High of $8.34. Now the volume of 2.4 million, and we're at $8.20, up 37 cents, holding quite nicely there. SoFi, unfortunately, no. We in the first 30 minutes, we hit the high of the day on SoFi. We got up to 809 and only 809. We're now 748, down 23 cents. Very frustrating. 45 million volume on a company that is worth billions of dollars, cranking money, adding clients left, right, and center, and it's just getting whacked by very, I think, either the investors who are buying and selling these shares are really speculators, and they're all expecting a home run ball, and if they don't get it, they get out. They need to be replaced with long-term patient shareholders. That's all it requires. But you know what? There's no rule, and there's no barring entry into anybody who wants with cash. You got the money, you can buy the stock. You want to flip it, flip around and play with it, knock yourself out. 746, down a quarter on 45 million volume. And what can I say? It's super, super cheap. Gamestop, 143.42. We bottomed out at 141.66 today. We've traded 1.6 million. That's it. We'll do barely 2 million at this pace. The high was this morning 152.75 or so, 152.25, I guess. That was around 10 in the morning. And it's been a kind of just a slow drip ever since. Down 351 on the day, and anyone that wrote options today when this stock hit 150 and higher has got to be smiling right now. They've got to be have happy faces, because we were witnessing this morning on our morning show that people were writing 145 calls expiring next week, Friday. There were others writing 150s and other options, even 155s. All of those are out of the money right now. The 145s are 180 out of the money, and the stock is down. So I got to imagine that for a while this morning, I believe the 145 contracts were trading at 1270 odd. They are worthless at the moment. They only have time value. And I would imagine that they're about $7 or so. I'm not exactly sure. We'll find out here as the show goes on if any of our friends join us and let us know how they're doing on those calls, because there's some profits in them there, Hills. What else is going on here? AMC down $1.35, just getting wasted. 1738, the low of 1730. We were just there. 35,900,000 volume. AMC getting hit, and it is backing off. That is half price. We were over $34 a share 2 weeks ago, and this is a 50% haircut from the high, and the company raised absolutely no money at $34 or $31 or $30 or $28. They raised nothing, and now they're back to 17 again, and they're just as broke today as they were last week. They didn't raise any money. Matterport, 705, down 3 cents, gave up all of its gains. It was as high this morning as 759. We're now 705. 3.1 million volume on Matterport. ME 23andMe got up to 352, just around 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, even around 2 o'clock. 352. We're now 340, only up 7 cents on 2.5 million. It's still a gain, but we've lost a lot of momentum there. Spire this morning was up to 195 a share at early morning. It's now 185 a share this afternoon on 496,000. We're down 4 cents. And the Highcroft mining stock, that's the AMC miner that they've invested in. That stock this morning was 219 on the opening. It's now 198, just touching 195 a moment ago. We are trading only 16.9 million on the day. We were trading 350 million a day 2 weeks ago, every day, 350. It's now 17 million volume. Game over. We're down 23 cents, and this continues to absolutely collapse at this point. ATIP unchanged at $1.80 a share. The low 177, the high of 187. We've had 755,000 shares trade. ATIP, I get comments from my viewers who know of people who work for the company or people who have angles into this company's operations. They have 900 plus locations across the USA. They're all over the place. They cannot meet the demand for physiotherapy services. They're hiring people left, right, and center, therapists, to meet the demand as best they can. This will go on for the next year. This is a company that's on a huge growth curve on client needs and wants and what have you. The stock is at virtually all-time lows. So we have a disconnect here. The market is not aware, I believe. The market at large. First, they don't know who they are. Number two, those who know who they are do not get it. That because I'm going to say those who know who they are, most don't own the stock. Those who don't own the stock don't understand that this company is going to, for years, be growing at an exponential rate as they keep hiring therapists, opening new branches, and racking up revenues. Fair enough. The company doesn't make money right now. Yeah, not yet. But it doesn't lose a ton either. It is coming onto, let's say, the break-even and profit mode. And the next few years, I think they're going to be a possible takeover target by a large health provider, or they are going to be buying up others and becoming larger as well. In any event, $1.80. It's I look at it this way: if the stock ever went to $6, you'd make over 3.5 times your money. It could do that within the year. So there's a return there, but you gotta believe that's all there's to it. They need to be discovered. Smart Rent down 6 cents to 4.76. Pfizer down 72 cents here, 53.22. The low today on Pfizer, 52.64. So it's been under pressure all day and has not recovered the losses. Hewlett Packard, HPQ is the symbol. HPQ. There's an HPE, which is Hewlett Packard Enterprises. It's not the one I'm talking about. HPQ, Hewlett Packard Incorporated, 37.88 a share. Under 38, your signal is get it. And it's down 31 cents. This morning it was up to 39.54. Now it's 37.88. The price point has come in. The dead cat bounce factor is working out, and here it is. This is a stock you can either buy the shares, or you should look at buying January 25 long calls, deep in the money calls, Jan 25. So they're now in the money, $12.86. So the hope is that you can buy them for under 14, maybe in the 12.50 neighborhood, 12.60. That would be mostly book value with a little bit of premium on it. Perfect. They're, like I said, they're 12.88. Is that right? 12.88. If you can get them for 13.50, well done. And now you write options against those. And that's a wonderful opportunity to make some nice money. Robinhood up 1 penny at 11.36. Has been slumping, and it's going to go red. Vatic is down 188. That's gone through the support level. It went right negative. HD, Home Depot, down 50 cents. I like it, but it is off this morning, now. IBM down 51 cents. Microsoft down 460 to 280 bucks a share. The Microsoft this morning, dead cat bounce up was 290. Now it's 280, a $10 turnaround. today. Apple was as high as 169.80, 166.70, down two plus, still up $1 on the day. Goldman was up several dollars this morning. It was as high as 327. It's now 318. Earnings are coming up. And what I would be doing on Goldman is if they want to go down, if this is going to happen, those of you written contracts, you're laughing because they're going down. But if they're going to drop because of the earnings coming up in the next 48 hours, great. Let them back off. If they want to back off to the all-time 52-week low of 308, fine. If they want to go lower than that, fine. You just sit back and get ready to buy deep in the money call options on Goldman, whether you can get your hands on maybe 250s or 240s or 230s or 220s or 210, however far the market wants to go off. You let the stock back off, you get in there, and the stock will be trading at, what's it at now? 5.3 times earnings. If the earnings are as weak as expected, and not weak is the wrong word, if they back off as expected to what the market is thinking, maybe the stock will give up $30 a share. Maybe. I'm not saying it will. Might. Then this is a bargain of bargains, because it'll be trading at 5-something earnings. It's ridiculous. It is so cheap. It's unreal. The upside for Goldman is phenomenal. Phenomenally good. You got to want to believe long term, though. Cisco down $1.28 to 51.60. Facebook down $3. Amazon down 11. Tesla down $2 to 9.78. Google down $41, 25.54. Bed Bath Beyond down $1.36. BlackBerry down 9 cents. Royal Caribbean down 20 cents. We got JP Morgan down $2. Costco down $4. Walmart down $1.12. Nvidia down $5.70. American Airlines down a penny right now. Moderna down $2.26 to 157. The Dow right now down 161 points. This, I think, is the low of the day. I don't think I'm missing anything. I think this is the low of the day for the Dow. We are definitely coming into a sell wave. Yep, this is the Dow low territory of the day right now. And we've got GameStop at 143.66, 143.62, down 331 a share, with the low trade of 141.67 already registered. We've only got an $11 spread on GameStop today. That's quite, not all that great on a day, on what GameStop typically does. Now, they did release a proxy, a preliminary proxy, which I'd never heard these terms before. If I just got here from a time machine, if I was in a DeLorean and I got here in a time machine from 1980 to now, and you told me that GameStop just released a preliminary proxy, I'd be going, what's a preliminary proxy? There's no such thing as preliminary proxy. You either have a proxy or you don't. What's the proxy? Because the proxy is something the shareholders are entitled to receive. It includes votes that have to be taken by shareholders, and you have to accept the audited statements from the auditor, and you have to renominate the auditor for another year. You have to approve that. You have to approve the board of directors as nominated, to be running, all this kind of stuff. And you also get record dates and shareholder vote dates and all that stuff. You get all the official dates. They don't have any dates in this preliminary proxy. They're not telling us the date of the vote. They're not telling us exact dates. So we're left to guess. We think it's June, but that's all we got. So it's kind of goofy. But anyway, we are getting a little more insight into the thinking of the board of directors, the company. They do list in this proxy, this preliminary proxy. They do show that they want to increase the number of stock outstanding up to 1 billion shares. They want to have the authority to issue up to 1 billion shares of stock. That will allow them to do a split of shares, because right now it's 300 and something million. Well, 300 million are allowed to issue, and there are 76 million out, something like that. Now with 1 billion allowable, they could easily authorize a 5-for-1 stock split, because their intention is to do a stock split. That has been already mentioned. So the board of directors will have a board of director meeting after the annual meeting, once the shareholders approve the allocation increase, and then they'll approve the split, and then we'll go from there. And hopefully that will happen in June, and we'll see what's going on. All right, so that's where I'm at right now. Sell my house saying I have a stink offer for 6 SoFi calls expiring January 2023 at a $10 strike for 179 SoFi. I think I got it about 178 and then started dropping. SoFi right now 740, down 32 cents. So you're just a little bounce back. You'll be fine. Let's see, man. With a plan, missed out on SoFi cover call by just a few pennies this morning. And let's see what else. HP is calling. That's right. Alrighty. What else? Waiting to hear from. I'm wondering if Rob is around and Wavy Gravy and Nazareth. I think Nazareth is working in the afternoon to see how they're doing on those calls they wrote this morning. Gamestop 143.14 as we are slowly slumping again. The Dow down 167.77. S&P down 28 and NASDAQ down 91 as we continue to grow the deficit here. These markets are backing off further, and see what's going on. Cindy B, good morning. Drops is saying SoFi is officially a dead cat. Hi, Cindy. Where are we at now? 816 on Rocket Lab, holding this gain nicely. 34-cent gain. Very, very good. Sixer holding 15 cents on the upside. SoFi down 30. GameStop 143.26. AMC down $1.36 to 17.34. Yeah, Matterport unchanged. ME up 6. Spire down 6. ATIP unchanged. Smart Rent down 5.5, and Pfizer down 76 cents right now. With Hewlett Packard down 38 cents, 36 cents right now at this moment in time. There it is. These contracts that you look, there's some of you still looking to do rollovers because you're asking me this last night. You're still in a position to do a rollover whenever you feel it advantageous to you. Obviously, the lower GameStop shares go, the less expensive it is to buy back calls that you've written to roll into other calls, opening up more potential calls to consider writing. There's always that. We'll see what happens. Let's see your Splair. I'm 53. Hope you all had a good day. I now know from my lawyer that in the future, probably this year, I will be maybe in government vacation time. There's a chance to get 1 to 5 months for my herbs. Well, way to go, man. That's nice. How long after the stock split is confirmed will the stock actually split? It could be 30 days. Like it could, like they could announce this in like early May, and then early June they start trading like that. It's not too long. Bill, are you getting the feeling something in the economy is going to fail? Am I getting the feeling about that? I don't know about fail, but there are forces happening, in the economy that are positive and negative. Obviously, a positive force for the economy. What keeps the economy from going into what I would refer to as a deep depression is the job openings. 1.7 jobs available for everybody that wants a job. So the unemployment rate is net zero right now because you're not going to get under 3-4% unemployment. You're not going to have negative unemployment, like -2. We're fully employed. Anybody who wants a job's got a job. The question now is how many people are switching jobs to get better paying gigs, especially those who want to stay at home, don't want to have to go to the office anymore. They want to stay home and work from there. So that's good. Bad would be inflation, but that seems to be tapering because, we were at 8.5 today, but we kind of got to 7 real quick and then 7.5, and now we're only 8.5. We're not like 10.5, 12.5. And so there might be moderating going on already. But that's maybe not so bad as we worried about. The interest rate thing is the big question. How high will rates go? But I think, we're already hearing about mortgage rates being offered now at 5.25 to 5.5. I think that's going to put a chill on housing right there. We haven't even had the rates go up yet at the Fed. Mortgage brokers are getting greedy and they're looking for big payoffs. And I can imagine that some people are just going to hold back and not get into a house right now and wait a little bit. Maybe the rates will back off a bit. We'll see. If it's a complete stop of the housing market, like a complete, nothing's moving, well, then we're going to have a slowdown in the economy because housing is a big component of the economy. But I don't know if that's truly true. We might we might come back on interest rates for mortgages back to like 4.5, 4.75, 4.25. And that'll kind of be middle ground from that 3 range instead of to the 5 range to the 4 range, and we'll be steady again. We'll see. But I don't see something like failing massively. It doesn't help we have a war in Ukraine. That doesn't help. Oil going up to $100 a barrel. That doesn't help. Is it catastrophic? No, it just doesn't help. And so there are headwinds. How about that? And so we're dealing with headwinds. H. Gregory, Uncle Bruce, I gotta say, what's this? No. I got a SPY. I have an SPY put that I'm up on right now. Okay, and my expiry date isn't until 4/22. Should I take profits, or do you think this downtrend is going to last another week? There you go. You can look at it this way. You can play a couple of ways here. If you believe that a down wave is going to continue, it might. What you might want to do is cash in on this contract. But before you do, get ready to buy another contract, maybe for a longer time frame, for a cheaper price, one that isn't so far, let's say, in the money. I'm assuming you're in the money, and that's why it's going higher. What you could do is take a position in another contract where you're only using half the dough that you're taking out now. So you're selling for a profit. Congratulations. You're buying another contract to continue the wager that the market will continue to slump, but you're only using half the dough on a contract that expires maybe 1 or 2 weeks further down the road, giving you more time to deliver. And maybe you're buying an out of the money contract instead of selling an in the money contract, but you're using half the money. So the other half is powder that you're cashing in and holding on to, and you're using less money to take this position on. That might be a way to do that. Especially when you get people like, I'll talk to investors and they'll say, I've made 4 times my money on this contract. I took $1,000, I turned it into $4,000. What should I do? And I will then say, take the $4,000 off the table and only put 1,000 into the same wager for a further down the road call out of the money. And that way you have more time, and you've only used a quarter of your total capital, and the other 3/4 you wait and just see where the market wants to go. Stock keeps going, market keeps going down like you thought, your 1,000 will rise in value. If it pauses for a while and goes the other way for a while, you'll go, ooh, that was close. I took $4,000 off. That's only worth $2,000. Thank God I took $4,000 off. I got $3,000 in cash. I only have 1,000 on this deal. That 1,000 over there is worth 800 or 700 or 600. I can live with being down 400, but I'd be just beside myself if I gave up half the profits, half the gain, to be only worth $2,000 or $3,000 when I had 4. That might be the way to play this. H. Greg, you might want to do that. Anybody check on puts on SoFi yet? I don't know if there's anything to be done there. Just selling a covered call for SoFi right now, but the price action is concerning. Unsure if I should keep adding. Joe, Uncle Bruce, my herbs get me time off also. I recommend it. Nice going. DQ, I'm thumbs up number 56. Thank you all for these thumbs ups. If you can hand them out to us right away, hit that thumbs up button like right now, and let's get this thumbs up meter going here. We're at 66 already. Thank you guys. Please hit that thumbs up as quick as you can for me, and let's get through 100 as soon as possible. Add a little momentum to the show and let others find out who we are. 74, there they come. They're coming in. Thank you. Keep them coming, guys. Hit that thumbs up button. Let's see. Yeah, SoFi is not really all that great to write puts on right now. It's a little too low for that. Let's see. Nice bike mate is saying, I'm looking at a lot of mortgages here at the moment in the UK. 2.49 5-year fixed. Just got to find a house I can afford now. There's that too. Let's see. What else is happening here, everybody? Thank you. Thanks, Uncle B. That's why I love this channel. Perspectives I wouldn't have thought of. Thanks again. You got it, man. Cindy, I bought 410 SoFi calls back in December for January 2023. So I paid over $5 each for those. I'm not sure if I should cash out and buy stock or roll forward. What are your thoughts? Well, you have until January, and this is April. So you have 8 months of time. So there's no rush, Cindy, to do anything at this point in time. For the shares to bottom out here and have a recovery of $1 or $2 quickly back to 950 wouldn't take much. It's not going to take 6 months to go to 950. Once they reach that level, all of a sudden they're just out of the money, and you're a lot closer to the action. And we have got, obviously, in May we will get financials, because they've already announced their conference call. We'll get the latest financials again, and there will be a whole bunch of articles written about the potential of the company. I just believe that the momentum is on the side of the stock to the upside, because the company just keeps growing and growing and growing with its customer base. And eventually enough people on Wall Street will go, geez, I can't resist this thing. I'm going to buy this stuff up to 10, 11 bucks. I'm just going to get it. And, you will do fine on your options. But will they go up to the shares? Will the shares go to 14, 15 by January? That is the question. Can they reach, 10, 11, $12? Yes, they can. Bringing your contracts into that $2 level, $2.50 level, you're still going to be down on them, but a lot better off than you are now, I would imagine. So there you have it. Let's see what give. But you don't have to make a move right now. Munimo, thumbs ups for Bruce. Right on. Thank you. And 70, there's thumbs up. 70 right now. Love the show today. I'm drinking a bit. Oh, way to go, Joe. Thumbs ups for you, Bruce. There you go. Beach Boy. Hey, buddy. How you doing, man? Watching that GameStop. 143.52 down 341. I recommend these bagel mugs for a cup of tea as well. Thank you, Spare. Man with a Plan, Uncle Bruce. You talk frequently about cash secured puts and covered calls, but not too often about the wheel strategy. What are your thoughts? Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the whole wheel strategy. I'm more of a fan of picking your spots and making your moves and not getting assigned. I really am not a fan of getting assigned. There are some platforms out there, brokerage accounts, that charge quite a bit of handling fees. They charge handling fees for assignments. And if you can avoid those and just do your stock and option work without being assigned, you avoid these fees. And I just think it's a better way to go. That's just my opinion. No, Happy Pappy, is SoFi a bargain yet? Gee, I wonder. I think it's a bargain, says Blair. Indeed. We just do the best we can with what we got, guys. We see what's out there, and we make our call. We take our position, and we become a Buffett. We just wait. We now wait. And if we can average down, we average down. And that's how we play this market. And I'll tell you, patience can be a very good virtue, and can do very well. You can do very well with it. Anyway, there it is. Anyway, thank you all. Appreciate you all being here. What else we got going on here? Uncle Bruce, is it a good idea for me to take money off the table now? I got the GameStop April 29th 160 and July 160s. They're all down nicely right now. What are your thoughts? Well, the Dow now is 176 lower. We've gone from a plus 350 market to a negative 176. We were down yesterday 400 points. So this market in 48 hours, no, 22 hours, 24 hours is off, 600 points? But this is a sign, everybody, all of you out there who are listening in, you are watching the Dow drop 600 points in a 24-hour time frame. The last hour yesterday was terrible. We're dropping again. We're getting nothing but lousy news for the markets. We're getting inflation concerns, higher interest rates, oil is up, gold is up. The war isn't going great. It's not like going great for Russia. It's not going great for Ukraine either. Is it going great for mankind? No. Supply chain problems, China problems. This market's going lower. That's what I'm telling you. The market is going to go lower as an overall index. Now, certain stocks will do just fine. They'll battle through it. They'll come along. And we have stocks we follow here that are way off. And so they've kind of bottomed out. And they're going to kind of hang around a bit. Uncomfortable, but that's the way it's going to be. GameStop at the moment has no reason to go higher. The only thing that I would concern myself with GameStop The only thing is what I read today in the proxy statement that was issued, was filed by the SEC. I read in there that there was an agreement signed between RC Ventures, which is Ryan Cohen, and the company, which is Ryan Cohen. And the agreement goes along the lines of something like this. Ryan Cohen and RC Ventures are self-limiting themselves to purchasing no more than 20% of the company at all, like total. That's the agreement that they've made. Now, they're at this moment, they're owning right now about, is it 13% of the company, something like that? So in theory, just in theory, Ryan Cohen could, whenever he wants to, step in there and buy up 5 million more shares to get up to about, 20%, which would be, 76 million now. He could go to 15.2 million. And he has 10 million shares now, something like that. 11 million shares, something like that. So he's able to buy another 4 million shares of the stock. Let's put it 4 million as conservative number. Will he buy the stock from 144 and run it $200 himself? He has no need to want to do that. I am thinking that he is thinking, okay, I'm putting myself in his shoes, that he's prepared to buy this stock around 90 to 100 a share anytime it gets down there. I think that's the base. Right now it's at 144. And there's an easy $20 further drop that can happen. Beach Boy, you are in the chips, definitely. You've had the market, work in your favor. You've had the trade work in your favor. You called, you called it. The April 29th 160s are now out of the money, almost $16. Way to go. They're now trading at, what are we at now? 160s. They're 575 bid, and they're offered at 640. Last trade at 610. They're down 220 today. And they are losing every day, another day. This is a short week. So, a week from now, they could be into the 5 range just having the stock sit here. So you're just getting richer. So, 143.84. Yeah, I mean, I've talked to you about putting in stink bids, which you've done. And if the stock wants to have a V down dip, which at any time can happen, we all know that on any stock. Gamestop wants to do a V drop of $6, $7, $8, $10 a share. You could well get hit on both of your buy orders, and there's nothing wrong with either of those coming your way. So, do you need to be in a hurry to buy the stock back right now? Not really. The volume today, 1.7 million shares. It's just the hard part sometimes is just being patient and waiting for the stock to bottom out so that you can get the price you really want. But it's also sometimes hard to say to yourself, well, I'm only a couple of dollars away. Kind of, I'd like to kind of get this out of the way. Wouldn't mind writing new ones, get on with something. You're looking for action. That's what's happening. And sometimes looking for action can get you into trouble. That's just how sometimes it goes. But any of us can make a move anytime we want. There's nothing holding us back. But I'm looking at this market going, we're not going anywhere right now in any great, crazy way. And the Dow is now down 182. I mean, it's just, there's a market that's being sold into, and we're going to get earnings starting tomorrow and Thursday, and then Monday and Tuesday, all next week. Earnings start to come out on these big stocks and everybody in between. And I do not anticipate a phenomenal run of the Dow Jones, NASDAQ, or S&P 500 index because of earnings. I think we'll be lucky to hang on to what we got on the indexes because of the uncertainty going forward. That's what worries me now about these stocks, all of these stocks, not just GameStop. I mean everything. So there's a wishy-washy answer, but that's what it is. Chris Savage, SoFi will fly on June 1st and really fly October 1st because they will have a full quarter of bank charter numbers by then. Just keep buying SoFi, folks. Think 25.30 with this stock. It's a triple bagger. There you go. That's an interesting comment because SoFi does have the bank charter. They've had it now for a month and a bit. And yes, they are expanding their lending book. They are indeed. So watch that. Austin, should I cash out my SoFi January 24 $7.50 and $10 covered calls? I'm up 10% and 7% respectively. I wrote my 750s for 347 and it's going for 309. My 10s are going for 1042 and I wrote them for 260. Nope. I wouldn't be buying those back right now. No. You're essentially you're out of the money on both of them, obviously, but the 10s you're out of the money. You don't have to at this point. I don't know how many you've written, so I don't know how valuable this is to you. If you've written one of each, and they then the most you're going to make is $347 on the 750s and 309 and 242s or 260 on the other. So have you got 10 of each? You got 20 of each, 100 of each? I mean, I don't know. If you had 100 of each written, every penny they come back is $100 to you. Well, there's some money in them there hills, and this stock is not pushing you to hurry up. So I wouldn't, not at this point. Time is more important than timing. Okay, boy, George, says Duncan. Adventure of Duncan, I'm not sure what's going on here. Scott, I've been making about $1,000 a week for 10 cash secured puts. I'm at 9.5 now, but I started at 10. I'm working on getting it for free. I'm making about 1,000 a week. I don't understand this message. I don't know what it's about. I don't know the stock. I don't know the circumstance. I know. So you're doing all right. You're doing all right. Okay. I need Gamestop to come down to 110 so I can buy back my $90 covered calls. Rolling this 90 over is being trickier than I thought. There you go. That's what the Credit Savage is saying. Well, 144.17 is where the stock is. So you got to keep an eye on that. Scott, SoFi. On SoFi, I've been making about $1,000 a week for 10 cash secured puts. I'm at 9.5 now, but I started at 10. And again, I don't know how you're making $1,000 a week when you're at 9.5 now versus 10. I don't know what that means. But if it's good, it's good, and I'm a happy guy. Alberto, okay, members only. I'm here. Let's just begin. Good afternoon, Bagel family. Good afternoon from me. Back to you, says Splair. Let's see. And Splair, I try my best. I missed my chance at 8:05 today. Alberto, I'll come back. It'll come back. All right. Good morning, Beach Boy from Duncan. 99 Nation. SoFi could drop to 550 and still be solid. Let's see. Austin, I wrote 7 contracts in the 10s and 15 on the 750s. And so, okay. But 10s and okay. So you wrote 7 on the. Okay, this is the 2024s. Okay, this is the other message. I'm just trying to figure. Gotcha, man. So you got 22 contracts. So if they drop a penny, you make $22. They drop a dime, you make $220. They have a long ways to go, don't they? And they're both out of the money. One definitely out of the money. One just out of the money. Sit tight. But I will say this: even if they go to 0, how much money do you end up making? Is it worth going to 0 for where you're at right now, or would you consider rolling into closer in calls? You're selling these and buying maybe more contracts for January 2023. So in theory, you buy these back. I'm sorry, you buy these back, and in your right 2023s, you're going to write fewer, or would you write more? I'm trying to get my head around this. Probably write fewer. I would just sit tight and let the money roll in. That's all I'm thinking. Okay. What else is going on here? I am making 30 to 35% daily by swing trading GameStop options. Works until it doesn't. There you have it. You know what, Zach? Thank you for the 100-second thumbs up. Keep them coming, gang. 102 thumbs ups you guys have given us here. We're now at 105. Thank you, everybody. Throw those thumbs ups around if you can and give our show a little more momentum. That is beautiful. Thank you. Definitely helping the channel and helping for the show. All right, well, we're down 122 on the Dow. You know, it's a little better, but still down. SoFi 748 down 24. GameStop 144.99. Just around 145 now. AMC 1736 down $1.36. So, you know, we're just down here. That's it. We're just down here. Sure. Can GameStop climb a couple of bucks? Yeah. Can it drop a couple of bucks? Yeah. Can it move $10 either direction at any time? Yes. The question is why and when. And there you have it. GameStop volume right now, 1.8 million, telling me we're not going up. We're not going up significantly with 1.8 million volume. I mean, that's no. Oh, pardon me. And I'm having a tough time thinking that Ryan Cohen would all of a sudden start buying up his stock the day after filing the proxy. That's not a good idea. Him running the market by buying up a bunch of shares between now and the annual meeting would not be a good idea from a securities point of view. The SEC would come down pretty hard on something like that. So he is off the market right now. The stock is on its own. That means it's in the hands of its shareholders. Right now, 145.20. That's where I see it. D.A. Truda, you're got 105 thumbs up for me, man. Thank you, buddy. Thank you for that. 115 now are here. 115 thumbs ups have come in, everybody. Thank you for this shot. We have 237 of you here. If another 100 of you could find a way to hit that thumbs up button, that'd be great. Appreciate it. Let's see what's going on. SoFi 750. The low of the day 737. So a 13-cent recovery in the last 10 minutes or so. Okay, we're still down 22 odd cents. Come on, SoFi. 53 million traded today. We've got MTR, Matterport, MTTR up 2 pennies. 23andMe still up 8 cents to 341. Spire down 4.9 cents. ATIP down a penny. We got SmartRent down 2 pennies. We've got Pfizer down 86 cents to 53.07. We had Hewlett Packard 37.86. It is in that buy zone now. It's always in the buy zone under 40, but under 38, it's really attractive. Just saying. Robinhood 10 cents to the upside, but Vanik down 117, Home Depot down 75 cents, IBM down 60, Microsoft down 360, Apple up 177, Goldman down 181, Cisco down 117, Facebook down 220, Amazon up 249, Tesla up 780 at 983, Google down 35 bucks. There we are. We have red here. We're down 134 on the Dow, 21 on S&P, 52 on NASDAQ. That's what we're down right now on these markets. And oil is up 602 so far. There it is. The losses of Cisco and Visa stocks are leading the Dow lower, apparently, at this point. Alberto, 422. That would be April. I've got GameStop 145s, right covered calls. Let it ride. You've written them. Should you let it ride? Is that the question? I see no reason to hurry and buy them back at this point. Miraculous 115. Hello. Thank you for the thumbs up, buddy. Albert, I answered my own question. I got time, hence the idiot nephew. Yeah, you get time there, buddy. Villas, I'm able to deliver 2 thumbs ups today, watching on the TV with one account, on the computer with a different one. Thank you, my friend. I can't chat on TV. I hear you there. And Scott Brewer, Bruce, you're awesome. Love you. Thank you, buddy. Miraculous, new info for you. Because my calls on Cisco dropped, I no longer have liquidity to write a spread, poor man covered call, on Fidelity. Now, do I look for door or ride it to the ground? What you do is you sell the calls that are out of the money and buy new calls that are in the money. Just step back and buy calls and pick those off and start writing again. Just keep writing. Always write. How's it going, Alberto? Ventures with Duncan wants to know. That's what you do. If you're a poor man covered call writer, you are always supposed to monitor your deep in the money call. And you are always supposed to make adjustments if necessary. Sometimes the shares drop, and so you'll sell the call. After you flatten out a position, you sell the call, take on a call at a lower price, and keep writing calls. The key here is if you buy a call at a lower strike, far out, you then are you're bringing in income by writing contracts, which will compensate you for the loss where you are selling a call for this price, buying a call for this price. The differential is what you got to make back, and writing a call against the call will help you shrink that right away. Now, if it takes 1 or 2 calls to get that done, so be it. You keep on writing. On the other hand, you have these scenarios where you buy an in-the-money call here, but the stock doesn't go down, it starts to go higher. Now, you've written against the call and you're bringing in premiums and you keep writing higher strike calls every time the stock goes higher, your call will go up in value. And that's when you look at it and go, okay, let's say I paid $1,500 for this call, or about 10 of them for $1,500 each, whatever you're doing. And that $1,500 call is actually worth $2,300 now. You sell it for $2,300 and you replace it with a $1,500 call. It's in the money. It's at a higher strike price. You took the $800 off the table, dry powder in your account. So sometimes the in the money call makes you more money than, or makes you added money on top of premium money. Sometimes the in the money call drips in value, loses value because the stock is dripping. Which of course sped up the process of calls that you've written to depreciate and you bought back. And then you reinvest into those calls and go lower, and you're constantly adjusting. It's like owning the stock where, I bought Cisco at $55 a share. I bought 1,000 shares and they went to $58. Hey, I'm up $3,000 on my stock, but you're not going to sell those shares. You're going to keep the shares and keep writing. But the shares went from 55 to 52 and you're not selling the stock, but they're only worth $52,000. With covered calls, with deep in the money calls, I should say, deep in the money calls, they go up and down too. The key is when they go up, you sell them and replace them with another call down here. Stay way forward of the market. If they drop in value, you dump them and buy another one lower in value, lower in price, more in the money. It's a little more expensive, but you're now investing into the call. So there are times where you sell the call for a profit. There are times you sell the call for a loss and buy another one, and you're using gains previously and losses previously to offset while still writing calls for income. And you look at this as a long-term project. You don't look at this as a 1-week wonder move. Because if your attitude is, well, I bought an in-the-money call for $50, and I wrote against it, and then the stock went to 49, now I can't write. I'm going to sell the call and walk away and kick the bucket and just give up on everything. Well, you've set yourself up for pure failure because you allowed the stock to drop on you, kick you out of the option writing business, and you made money on the premiums on the way down, but you lost money on your call and you didn't make another move. If you're doing it the right way, you're supposed to buy a call option deep in the money, 20% lower than the price of the stock. So if the shares are trading at 55, you're getting 45s or 44s. Those are the calls you're supposed to be buying. You're supposed to be investing in this thing. You can, though, theoretically, there's no one saying you can't do it, but now you're playing with fire. The stock's trading at 55, and you buy a $52 call, and you want to write calls against the 52, go ahead. But you've only got $3 of protection before you're out of the game. Don't come crying to me, Argentina, because you've got to have 20% equity. Like I said before, if you buy a 44 because the stock's at 55, but the stock goes to 50, you should sell that 44 and buy a 40 now. You should make that investment because eventually, sooner or later, stocks fluctuate. The stock goes back to 55. Your 40 is now 15 in the money. It went up $5 in value. It's $5 book value to you. You sell that 40 and buy a 44 or a 45 for $500 less than what you just sold your call for. You bank that 500 for a potential down drip in the market so that you can roll down a call. You're always trying to stay ahead of the curve and within the parameter of 20% under the market. Now, look, if a stock wants to go from 55 to 65 in 2 weeks, congratulations. If you had a 44 call and the stock went to 65, way to go. I wouldn't suggest you immediately sell it and then get, say, a $55 call. I would say cautiously sell the 45 or the 44, whichever you have, and now get a 50, and you move up a little bit. That's still cheaper. So you take 500 off the table per contract. Smart move. Because sometimes stocks go up to 65 and then they go back to 55. They can do that. So you want to be cautious, but keep writing. Bring in those premiums. You've got to get the premiums coming in, or otherwise you're not in the option writing business. All right. Here we go. Francis, looks like the NASDAQ will end up in the red. Good call, Uncle Bruce. That indeed was a dead cat bounce today. We're down 83 on the Dow. We've recovered a little bit here, but we are down. And we're down 30 on NASDAQ at this point. Let's see. John, you take care. Let's go. What is the opposite position of the wheel strategy called? I have no idea. Because that's what I'm doing. I don't know what that means. Kiwi, I'm thumbs up number 132. Thank you, Kiwi, and thank you all of you who are hitting this thumbs up button. Man, this is great. 134 now. I appreciate this. It really helps. The Dow down 110. We got Rocket Lab still up 40 cents, up 40. Doing really well. 823. I'm happy to see that. We'll like to see 10 more days in a row like this and get us to 1250. Let's go. SoFi 747. Let's run it, please. Gamestop 145.10. We're not really rocketing higher, but we did hit 141 today, and we're now back to 145. We were up up to 152. You know, we're doing this. You know, whatever. Anyway, well, at least one stock is holding its gain. Let's go. Rocket Lab, says Tiff. You know, it's something. Matterport's up 3 cents. ME's up 8. ATIP's up 1.5. So, you know, we're hanging around the break-even line for a lot of our stocks today. Some are off a bit. Sure. What are you going to do? We're down a quarter on SoFi. Is that the end of the world? No. It's just the way it is. We're only down 118 on the Dow. It's not like we're down 750 points. But we did lose 400 plus yesterday, and we're down 118 now. So we're close to a 600-point loss in 2 days on the Dow. So there is weakness there. But we'll see. GameStop 144.91 right now. 144.91. Interesting stuff. All right, just looking at headlines and what's going on. 118 Dow drop right now. 118 Dow drop so far. What are we down to now? We're down to 7 minutes to go. The last 7 minutes of the day. Here we go. The suffering's almost over. Hopefully some of you have done all right. Rob and Wavy Gravy and Nazareth, I am certain, are doing just fine. Having written calls on a GameStop when the shares were much closer to 150 and beyond 150, something tells me they're doing okay right now on their calls. And so, way to go, guys, on your situation here. I'm happy to see that you're probably in the chips. I'm just going to double check here. April 22nd, 145s, I think is what they wrote, if I'm not mistaken. I'm showing 775 bid last on my machine. 775 bid. They were as high as 1270 something. So I know Nazareth is probably ahead $5 a contract times 9, which is 500 times 9, $4,500 gain today. Way to go. And I think, did Wavy Gravy write at like 960, something like that, 970? So he's up a couple of bucks at this point. He can wait it out till tomorrow or Thursday as well. There's no hurry to run back into these. Way to go, guys. Francisca, thank you for this donation. The 3% give or take. Thank you for your insights. Oh, thank you very much. It's like the old days. It's like being a broker, getting 3% commission on a trade. I love it when viewers make money. I just love it when you guys make money. Keep making money, would you guys? Just make a piss pot of money. Get really rich. I like to have viewers that are very wealthy, and like their creator, as the creator is always looked after when his viewers are wealthy. It's wonderful. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you, everybody. 81 point drop on the Dow right now. S&P down 17 and the Nasdaq down 42. We're down about 0.3 to 0.4%. That's all we're down. About a third to 0.4 of a point. That's all it is. It's not like a whitewashed disaster, but it is a market that is tentative. We're going into earnings season carefully. We're not going into earnings season. Yeah, we're gonna really rack it up. I think we're going in a tentative way, and each individual stock will be judged on its prospects. So we're going to see how this all plays out. This is going to be interesting. All right. And there you have it. That is the story. We're down to 4 minutes now. We got 4 minutes to go. We're at 144.90 on Gamestop. Looks like we're backing up just a tiny bit at the end here. 17.39 on AMC. We're down to $1.33 at 17.39. The low 17.20 just a few minutes ago. 40,500,000 AMC traded. Lots of selling coming in there. SoFi 746, down a quarter of volume today. 56.4 million, and just more selling than buying momentum today. That's what it's at. Rocket Lab up 37 cents to 8.20. Doing all right. Volume on Rocket Lab has been 3 million today. It's holding its own. Matterport down a penny. ME down up 7 cents. Aspire down a nickel. Pardon me. I got ATIP up 2 pennies. Smart Rent down 4. Pfizer down 82 cents to 53.11, and Hewlett Packard down 33 cents to 37.88. We have 3 minutes left to go in our session. Thank you all for being with me today. Thank you for these thumbs ups you guys have been throwing at us. 143 of them. Thank you guys. Appreciate you guys coming through for us and getting us well over 100. We're approaching 150. Not bad. We'll take whatever we get. We love those thumbs ups, and there you have it. Dave the Mac guy, buy low, sell high. Am I doing it right? GameStop premiums are ridiculous, even around the ATM on weeklies. What can I say? It is what it is. There's opportunity in them there hills to make money. 144.96, 144.94 with 3 minutes to go on the day. For GameStop, 144.94 now, down $1.99, flatlining here, all around 145 right now seems to be. 17.44 on AMC. Okay, guys, there's the close coming at us at this point, down 84, 80, about 80 points on the Dow. And we're down a quarter of a point on the Dow, 0.37 on S&P. And there it is. The 2-year Treasury yield has its biggest drop in over a month. So maybe there's some hope there. The 10-year was 2.8% this morning. It's 2.72 now. So that's a little better, a little of a relief rally there. See if that has much oomph to it, though. We'll wait for that. And right now, coming into the close in a minute and a half, we're down 61 on the Dow as it's trying to limit the losses a little bit more. Approximately a quarter of a percentage point lower for the Dow Jones after a crazy day. 350 point run up, 200 point dip, and now somewhere in the middle. That's what it seems to be indicating to us. We'll see how things go from here. That's the name of the game right now, kids. 144.92 on GameStop. 144.92. 2. Kareem, I bought back my 155 for $4. I sold it for $8.90 this morning. Well done, Kareem. Nicely done. Some creative Fed maths going on there. Dipping on the GM. Yeah, so way to go, Kareem. Nice going there on that one. Buying those for 400, getting 890 for them. That's a good day's work. It pays to be a full timer, doesn't it? You gotta love this. Anyway, there it is. Did Guilford Godfrey pass away today? Is that what happened? I hadn't heard. Not Larry Moneybags Titus. The bells are ringing and the day is done. 144.87 last trade on Gamestop. Looks like a little dip again on Gamestop. RIP. Did Gilbert Godfrey pass away? I hadn't heard. That. Very sad. Was he in his 60s yet? I'm not sure if he was even that old. Anything on the GameStop stock split? No, the annual meeting is coming up, I think, in June. They will adopt the allocation, the increase in allocated stock, and then we'll have that probably by July. We'll be trading with the split. So that's my best guess right now, JG. If I know more, I'll let you know. As soon as I have the exact dates, you will hear it from here. I can tell you that. It's a bit conservative, but a profit is a profit. Well, that's right, my friend. Making money, why not? 67, BZ. He said he was 67 years old. Gosh, I didn't feel. I didn't get the sense he was that old. But isn't that something? Illness of some sort, they say. And I met him in New York City. Always stop to chat. Isn't that something? Just think if Bruce had time off. Oh my gosh, just think. I'm getting Friday off. Yay! Getting Friday off. Unless you guys, I'll have Friday off, but I don't know about Saturday, Sunday, because I might have a few one-on-ones this weekend. So we'll see how that goes. No time off there, but just mornings, and I'll get the afternoons off. But looking forward to opening tomorrow. See what we can do. What kind of money can we make again tomorrow? 144.95 last trade on GameStop, as best as I can see here. 144.87 in the aftermarket right now. The Dow lost 88 when it was all said and done. S&P lost 15, and the Nasdaq down 40 after starting very strong this morning. We had a dead cat bounce, a good shot, but we couldn't hold the gain. We dropped and tried to come back, couldn't get to it, dropped and couldn't get back to that high, and it was a two-step, one step, two down, one up, two down, one up, two down, one up, two down, one up, and it just kept going that way, more or less, and then we ended up with a whimpery 88-point drop on the Dow. Is that catastrophic? No. Is that bad news? No, it's not actually. It's actually good to lose 400 yesterday and only 87 today, which means we didn't have a lot of follow through. Interestingly, now we see tomorrow. Is there another wave of buying coming in? We'll also find out tomorrow. I think a couple of earnings start coming up from some of the banks tomorrow, so we'll start with that, and we'll begin earnings season again, and let's see what's going to happen. Right? GameStop in the after hours right now trading at 144, down 95 cents right now. 144, down 95, but only 500 traded. Sextera closed out at 12.83, up 18 on the day, 18 cents. It is exactly at that price in the aftermarket. Rocket Lab closed at 8.20 today, up 37 cents. 3.39 million. It's up a penny now in the aftermarket. SoFi 7.48 on the day, 7.50 in the aftermarket, up a couple of pennies at this point. AMC closed at 17.42. It's at 17.41 in the aftermarket. It traded over 41 million today. Matterport closed at 7.08, unchanged on the day. Unchanged. After it was all said and done, it got up to 7.59 this morning. Closed unchanged. Is $7 right now in the aftermarket, down 8 cents. ME closed at 3.39, up 6 cents, and that's where it is in the aftermarket. Spire closed at 184, and it's trading at 184 now in the aftermarket, losing a nickel today. That Hycroft Mining closed out at $2, losing 21 cents today on 18.9 million. Far cry from the 350 million we traded a week ago. Down a penny at 199 in the aftermarket at the moment. ATIP 182 was the final trade, up 2 cents on 824,000. Nothing trading in the aftermarket right now. Smart Rent was up all day until the last hour. and then it lost it. It ended up losing 7 cents to 4.75. But in the aftermarket, it's 4.80 up a nickel. Traded 1.1 million shares. It hit a high today, 5.12. Right now, 4.80. And Pfizer closed at 53.11, down 82 cents. It's now 53.02, down 9 more in the aftermarket. That is Pfizer. Hewlett Packard was 37.88 last trade, down 31 cents. It's 38.12 in the aftermarket, up 24 cents. I'm not sure if that's real or Memorex. That might just be a glitchy trade. We'll see if that holds or not. Robinhood gained 8 cents today. Vanek dropped $1.30. Home Depot dropped 42 cents. IBM dropped 38 cents. Microsoft down 3.20. Apple gained $1.90. Goldman down 1.15 at the end of the day. Aftermarket Goldman 3.21, up $1.39. Try and figure this market. It's next to impossible sometimes. I mean, 2 minutes into the aftermarket, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, and it's up that much. Straight at 30,000. It's at 3.21 a share. Go Goldman. Cisco 51.82, down $1.06 today. 51.76, down 6 cents more in the aftermarket. Facebook down 2.32. Amazon lost 6.69. Tesla gained $11 to 9.86. Google down $28. Bed Bath Beyond down $1.30. BlackBerry down 8 cents. Royal Caribbean up 2 cents today. That's all. JP Morgan down $1.50 during the day. JP Morgan the after hours, no change. That financial is not doing anything. Costco down $3.30. Walmart down $1. Nvidia down $4. American Airlines gained 16 cents today. And Moderna down 50 cents today. 50 cents, gaining 39 in the aftermarket. Virtually nothing going on over there. And that's it. These are the quotes that we're watching the most. Down 87 on the Dow Jones, with right now Goldman at 319.78. Now it's back to where it kind of closed at. That $2 gain is gone. And over on GameStop, aftermarket right now 144.50, down 45 cents. There is your final close. All right, guys, there it is. I think we're open on Monday. Aren't we open on Monday, everybody? I thought the markets were open on Monday. We're closed on Friday, but I think we're open on Monday. And if we're open on Monday, I'll be here. So what can I say? Splayer, I will not know what to do on Friday. Maybe I spend a day in the Netherlands. My train card will take me at least from my city to for free to 4 cities at the border. Nice. Let's see. I forgot to mention to Bruce, do you fly to Zurich in Switzerland? Because if you book the train some weeks earlier, it is cheap and beautiful as well. Yeah, we haven't decided yet. We're still figuring out dates, exact dates. We have the beginning and end kind of figured out. It's stuff in the middle we're working on, Splair. So we'll be working on that for sure. Because Zurich, we wouldn't mind training it there either, to be honest. But I want to train it during daytime, not nighttime. So we'll see. We'll see what's going on. I feel pretty good though. Training to Zurich when we're going to get to Zurich in June, longest days of the year. So we got lots of daylight that'll come our way. We just now have to figure out how to play it and from where. We're not even sure from where we're going to get to Zurich first. That hasn't been decided either. So lots of planning to be done on this trip. But folks, thank you for being here today, hanging out with yours truly. Thank you very much. 155 thumbs ups. Thanks for that. Appreciate it very much. Have a great evening tonight. Get some rest, everybody. We'll start this all off tomorrow morning. Tomorrow is Prime Time Wednesday. I'll be on tomorrow night at 8 o'clock in the evening for Gold Bagel members, all you guys. Thank you, those of you who joined the channel today as new members and rolled over your memberships and stayed on another month. And to those of you who are becoming Gold members, welcome to the premier echelon of this channel. Thank you so much for your support. I do appreciate it. Have a wonderful evening. Stay safe and stay healthy. And we'll catch you tomorrow. We'll do this all over again and see if we can figure out a way to make some money in the stock market. Okay, guys, you take care, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.